Hi, my name is Rhiannon Beolens, and I have written a young adult contemporary fantasy novel called The Alchemist's Daughter. Have you always wanted to experience magic in the ordinary world? Have you always wanted to read stories that are set in the everyday world that you know, but which bring magic into that world and make you believe that you can be magical? Well, that's what The Alchemist's Daughter does, because it is a contemporary fantasy novel set in the everyday world that we know, but it draws on a magic that comes from a very real magical system called the Western mystery tradition. So, what's the story? Well, The Alchemist's Daughter is about a young girl. She's in her teens. She comes to the magical town of Glastonbury. She's grieving the death of her father, and she uncovers the fact that he was part of a secret society. She must outsmart the members of this society in order to go on a quest that he has left for her, and to uncover the magical objects of Britain's mythology, the sword, spear, stone, and grail. It's a quest, it's a coming of age story, it's a romance, it intertwines a mystery with the mythology of the British Isles. And it brings all of these things together as Jen must solve puzzles and unmask enemies and come to understand who she can trust as she gets to know these people who are on the edges of this secret society, some of whom knew her father and some of whom are her own contemporaries. So she goes on this quest because she finds these letters that he has hidden for her in her great aunt's house, in which he explains that if these objects are found by the wrong people, then a darkness will overtake the world. And so he's asking her to find these objects and to wield them for the light. She also discovers through these letters that her father had trained her as an alchemist, even though she didn't understand that that's what he was doing. And that these people that she's met have also been trained as alchemists. So, in short, Jen's world is being turned on its head. And in addition to that, she might just be falling in love. So, this is the first in a series of 5 novels, which continue the quest for the Hallows of Britain. I was inspired to write them because as I was growing up as a teenager, I wanted magic to be real. I wanted to read stories that weren't set in some other world, that didn't mean you had to go through this doorway into another reality. I wanted it to be here. I wanted it to be now. And I wanted to understand how I could be magical. And so the stories I was looking for, kind of some of them satisfied that a little bit, but none of them quite did it. And so I'm writing a story now that actually does do that, that enables the reader to really believe that magic could be real. Now, I have trained in the Western mystery tradition for most of my life. And I draw on that knowledge of alchemy, of Celtic shamanism, of ritual magic, in order to give the magic in my stories a very real, believable foundation. In terms of marketing, I will be creating my own website and revamping my Instagram and Facebook accounts. And I will use these platforms to share content which can act as windows into my story, including character backstories, guides to living a magical life, retellings of myth and folklore, inspirational stories about finding magic in the ordinary. The intention is to uplift, inspire, and empower followers, as well as getting them interested in reading my books. So look, thank you so much for your time listening to my video and reading through my book proposal, and I look forward to hearing from you. All the best.